Welcome back to my channel. Usually my videos aren't like really scripted. I just kind of speak from my mind and rant and rave and I don't know. Sometimes I talk about my day or whatever happened, like my new hair, which is kind of cool. I have these like little, not really curtain bangs, but like little layers. I have layers throughout my entire hair because my natural hair is not straight or this color. It's curly. That's my root actually, which I kept. So that's my actual hair color. I do have some highlights in my hair like naturally, but it's mostly brown, like my eyes, which are dark brown. But yeah, I'm watching this video on Facebook. It was about Michelle de Prince, who was called number 27 in her orphanage, and it inspired me to make some sort of video where I talk about the importance of life or why God gives you the biggest challenges to try to overcome. I'm not really a believer in God anymore. I consider myself to be spiritual. I wear evil eye bracelets like that one, but I feel like I lost God a while ago, and I don't think he's gonna come back in my life unless I need him for something, which I don't think I ever will. I just don't. But I can understand why through tragedies of life, there's always a person that finds you and brings you out of it. And for me, I'm not sure if that happened or not. I think I was struggling a lot my senior year of high school, not just because of COVID. I'm not even sure if I wanted to say that on YouTube, but I lost a lot of my friends going into my senior year of high school. I felt a little alone. I had a boyfriend at that point, and I was very excited about that. And I wanted to tell people, but there was no one to tell. And I had to kind of take a step back and maybe realize that maybe my actions have led to this, or maybe there's something I could have done or said that would have made it better. But I don't like to think about that anymore. I like to just think that everything happens for a reason, and eventually everything will have a purpose in your life and it will teach you a lesson in some way. So, yeah, I found a love of science. I've always loved science. I always felt like as a kid, science was the one thing that it didn't come naturally to me, but I always wanted to know more about it. There's always this mindset that if you weren't good at math, you couldn't be good at science. Like, that's impossible. But for me, it's the total opposite. I'm not the best at math. I never have, never will be. But I'm good at science. I'm good at, studying. I'm looking at textbooks and medical journals and understanding what's happening in genes are very fascinating to me. Right now, I'm a biology major. I'm a sophomore. I am barely halfway through my degree. I think I have like 35 credits at most. Neither of my parents went to college, so it's a little stressful having to navigate this on my own, but it's been okay. And I guess, I've been given bad and good cards in life, and I don't think that really has any effect anymore. I think, I'm an adult, and I have to learn how to accept things, or move on from things, or learn from something, so I think I have done that. Through, like, self-reflection and stuff. Today I went to the dentist, so if my teeth look whiter, that's why. I don't expect them to be this white ever again. Basically, they told me that, like, I don't brush my gums enough. I don't even know. And I'm growing 4 wisdom teeth, which sucks. Maybe I'll make a video if I ever have to get them out and see my reaction to laughing gas, because I can't even imagine what I'd be like. I'm already very high energy and I talk way too fast to begin with, so I can't even imagine if I had to get my wisdom teeth out, if I'm on like Novocaine or laughing gas or anything like that, the reaction, it would be horrible. So yeah, but I guess through life, the main thing everyone always wants besides respect is love. People want to feel loved. People want to feel needed. They want to feel accepted. Like, all of those things are obviously really normal. And if you don't get those at a young age, I think it can affect you later in life. I think self-confidence is another thing I've struggled with my entire life, being confident in anything I do or say or look like. And I think I'm mostly coming to terms with it now, the way I look. I'm not too upset about it. Like, I remember I used to write down like 5 things I liked about myself per day. And I tried really hard to, I guess, imagine those things and those good qualities and understand that I can manifest good things in my life. I hope so, at least. And those don't have to be physical qualities. They can be, spiritual qualities, personality-wise. I think I'm sometimes funny. I don't necessarily mean to be funny, but it does happen. People do laugh at things I say, which is great. I can be a little bit naive. I don't have a lot of street smarts. I have a lot of book smarts, but not really street smarts. But at least I know my shortcomings. I definitely know my flaws, and I am willing to change those or work on those or work to be a better person. The only thing I will not want to change is myself. If I have to apologize for being me, then what's the point of being me? I don't want to be anyone else, really. I mean, maybe Zendaya. I would love to be Zendaya. I think everyone wants to be Zendaya. If you don't want to be Zendaya, you're lying to yourself. She is gorgeous. She is talented. She seems like an all-around good and humble person, so I would love to be her. In comparison to other celebrities who feel like cold or like caricatures, especially if they're actors, I feel like they don't seem like actual people to me. depends who it is. Like, Jensen Ackles is one of my favorite actors. He seems like an actual person, like, down to earth, great family guy, you know, all these things are great qualities in him that I see. I don't know if I really see so much. I mean, I love Jared Padalecki, I do, but, like, he has disappointed me in some aspects of what he has done, but, like, you know, people can disappoint you, you still love them. I feel like sometimes I wasn't sure if I could do that. If if someone disappointed me, it was really hard for me to get over it. Whereas if they made me angry, it just means I care, you know? And there's still people in my life that I'm not even friends with anymore, and I still kind of care about them, like, in the back of my mind, I still do. Like, I still wish they are well, or that things are going well in their life, but there's other people that I feel like they've hurt me time and time again that I just can't ever go back to them, you know? And some of it may be petty things, and others, it seems like they have emotionally scarred me in a way I can't forget. Because physically, I don't care. Like, if someone were to physically hurt me, which hasn't really happened that much in my life, but okay, it's more likely I get over that than an emotional scar, you know? But I'm trying to make thumbnails for my videos now. I'm trying to make them more, I don't want to say scripted, but at least have some sort of hot topic. One of my favorite stories when I was a kid. But I'm trying to make it more scripted a little bit, that at least I have a goal in mind of the point I'm trying to say. And the point I'm trying to say is that you could be dealt the worst cards in life and you could still make a good life for yourself. And I think there's many success stories of people, and there's been many underdog moments in the media that have taught me this. Like, you know, even with Robert Downey Jr., who's, again, one of my favorite actors, he had a very troubled past, and he still made something of himself in the end. So, never too late, as Judge Judy would say. If you don't make it in your 20s, make it in your 30s. If you don't make it in your 30s, make it in your 40s. If you don't make it in your 40s, make it in your 50s, and so on and so on and so on, which I definitely believe. I mean, there's certain fashion designers that never started sewing till they were in their 40s. There's people who have won Nobel Peace Prizes, but they had a jaded past. There are saints who were sinners. Like, it's okay to be flawed, because we as humans are inherently flawed. Nobody is perfect, and if they claim they're perfect, they are not. Because no one is a god on earth. No one is above the law, and no one is above morals. So yeah, that's kind of all I had to say. I was really inspired by this video. It's like a TED Talk kind of video where she's talking about her life in her orphanage and everything that's happened in her life that has challenged her, that has made her feel like she is unworthy of love, or that everyone she loves will leave her or die, which I think is something that many people feel. That, you know, when people disappoint you, and if you have a lot of hardship, instead of remembering the good things in your life, you hang on to the bad for so long. And I'm trying to remember the good qualities of life instead of the bad ones, which is very difficult for me, because the glass is half empty, or I'm very pessimistic. I'm not much of an optimist. I don't think I ever will be. That's something I can work on, but I feel like in life, most people are either an introvert, extrovert, or something I think I am, which is an ambivert, someone who can draw energy from people and like being around people, but also is okay being alone, which is a great quality to have, I think. And then in terms of, you know, can't remember the other thing I was going to say. Oh, if you're pessimistic or if you're optimistic, there's obviously a gray area of people who are neither or both. So depends on the situation in which they would be one or the other, or have both qualities depending on the situation. So that's always good to be a more well-rounded person. Every day you learn something, and every day you become a better person. Hopefully you do. I think if you continuously judge others for a mistake they made, like cancel culture, which I feel like doesn't really work, because we can punish people for what they say or do, and we don't have to accept their apology either. You know, they need to show growth. They need to show that they understand things. Like someone like James Charles, I don't think he's ever shown growth in his entire career, in my personal opinion. Someone like Shane Dawson's a lost cause. It sucks because these are YouTubers, not James Charles, but I did watch Shane Dawson videos growing up. And looking back now, I feel kind of sick about it, honestly. Like, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Because I always knew Jeffree Star was a bad person. I knew that. But with Shane, I felt like he was a flawed person. Someone we can relate to better. But I didn't like that he would kind of have a caricature of being poor and wearing dirty clothes. And like, yeah, he said he grew up poor, but you're not poor now, you know? And I don't think poor is a state of mind. I think it's a state of, you know, financial distress. Like, just because you're poor doesn't mean you're not a good person. Unless you have poor character, that's different. But I don't think because of your monetary status, I should be judging you. Or because of your racial or sexual identity, there's no reason to judge you upon that. That is not it. We judge people based on their character. That's what you should be doing. So, yeah. I think this video is going to cap up at almost 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to try to end it because I'm going to put an end card at the end of this if you want to watch any other videos I've made. If you're watching this and you made it all the way through, comment a dog emoji, which I doubt anyone's going to watch this, but if they do, okay. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a good day, afternoon, night, or week. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and have a great rest of your night or day or whatever. You get what I mean. Goodbye.